right. Can everybody hear me? In the back? Gotcha? Yeah? I'm not blasting you guys in the front? No? Okay, good. All right, yes, my name is Kestrel Lemen. I am with Bronto Software. Who is Bronto? Bronto Software is a marketing platform that supports email marketing and social media marketing. We provide tools that help drive revenue for online retailers. We are based in the US, but we actually just opened up an office in Covent Gardens. Very excited to be moving over to the UK and to be kicking off by presenting at today's conference. Who am I? Well, I'm a marketing strategist at Bronto, meaning that I work with clients just like you, people who send emails every single day on improving their email marketing practices. And through that, I have developed some proven strategies that help drive revenue. I'm going to share some of those. I'm going to talk about messages that perform 100, 200, 700% better than your average daily blast. It's through lifecycle marketing. I'm going to give you 7 valuable messages that you can take away from today and utilize in your program, completely separate from your typical daily blast. Now, as many of you know, in today's competitive email space, you need to get timely, targeted, and relevant as soon as possible. Because if you think about it, every morning your contacts wake up to an overcrowded inbox, meaning you only have seconds to get their attention. Not only that, but we also know the email clients are making it any easier. We've noticed a huge trend that with the introduction of the intelligent inbox, messages that are opened, are clicked, are responded to, those show up every day. However, if you provide messages that are continually ignored, those often are headed to the spam folder. So especially important for the daily deal industry that you get in the inbox and that you get people opening. There's where automated lifecycle marketing comes in. Automated lifecycle marketing is a way to get your contacts to open messages. Why would they do that? Because they are triggered off of specific instances in your life cycle with a consumer. So example, they just signed up with you. They just made a purchase from you. They haven't made a purchase in a while. Anywhere in that life cycle, being able to trigger a message out to that contact. Now, the messages I'm going to cover today, I want to make sure one thing is very clear to you. They are a one-time setup, typically based off of some kind of field data. And for the most part, these are set it and forget it messages, meaning a lot more time for you to be doing things you need to be doing while incrementally be bringing in revenue. Now, when I say set it and forget it, I also want a little disclaimer there. Obviously, you want to monitor these messages, make sure they don't get stale over time. But these messages are proven, and I recommend them to all of my clients. We'll start off with the welcome message. It's your first impression. Let's make it the strongest. Birthday messages. These are some of my favorites, and a great way to really show your personality to your contacts. You've gotten someone to purchase. Wonderful. How do we get them towards that next purchase? Or maybe they haven't purchased in a while and are starting to become inactive, thus hurting your deliverability. What do we do about them? Next, hey, if you've already got all these messages down, great. I've got some advanced lifecycle messages that I'd like to talk with you about. So let's start off with the essentials. These would be the types of messages that I would almost immediately recommend to any of my new clients. The welcome message, your first impression. It's your time to shine. It's your time to really show off what you have to offer as a daily deal. Perhaps why are you different from other daily deals, showing your unique value. Let's go through one of my favorite welcome messages from a daily deal. 4 things you really need to remember when creating a welcome message. Introduce yourself. Really paint a picture about what you're about, what products they can expect to see from you, what your discounts typically be. Really give them an idea of what you're going to provide for them. Then inspire them. This is very easy for you to do as a daily deal because you have all those tantalizing images of massages or escapes or clothes or what have you. So if you can, populate today's image or today's deal as the image. If you can't, show some of that great eye candy that you already have. Next, be helpful. Oftentimes, people will abandon a purchase because of some sort of point of anxiety that they have during the purchase. If you can address those points of anxiety during the welcome message, it can mean that they're going to be future conversions. So in this particular example, I know it's not too easy to see, but of course I can show it to you after the presentation. They addressed their shipping and returns policy in this message, which is great because obviously that's a top concern for many of your customers when they get your messages. Finally, incentivize or reward. Now, as a daily deal, I know it can be hard sometimes to incentivize, and some of my daily deal clients offer a credit towards the first purchase, while others just remind the consumer of the rewards program that they have in place, thus inspiring them to stay with the messaging over time. Now, the pro tip here is that if you've already got a lot of this down for your welcome messages, start to make them more targeted, meaning you can either ask for preference data in the message, or if you already know something about the person, maybe they already filled out some preference data, customize the welcome message for them. Also, you'll see here they make a minor point to their social community. However, if social is big for you, if it's something that's very important, you've done a very good job on already, say it loud and say it proud in the welcome message, because if we can get contacts over to both social and email, that cross-channel can do a lot for you, and studies have shown that contacts are more likely to convert if they are on multiple channels. Next up, the birthday message. Who here sends out a birthday message right now? I'm just curious. Does anybody? No one at all sends out a birthday message. One, I got one guy. Okay, great. Birthday messages. They work all day, every day without you doing a darn thing, and this is some of the lowest hanging fruit you can do. Also, one of the easiest triggered messages to set up. Simply gather the person's birthday. And show hands, who likes getting things on their birthday? Okay? And who admittedly makes a little splurge on themselves on their birthday? Yeah, that's right. I know I do. Whether it's a massage, maybe a trip to the salon, new outfit, maybe a trip somewhere I haven't been, I always make a splurge. And guess what? Those are all products that Daily Deals regularly sell. So wouldn't it make sense that you would trigger out a birthday message? But here's the pro tip. Here's the thing that can make the birthday message unique. Personalization. Now, more of a beginning step for personalization would just be putting their name in the subject line or the main call to action. But if you really want to get personalized, you can customize based on gender or maybe what they've purchased in the past. Next, you can incentivize, again, maybe providing a credit towards their next purchase, or reminding them of your existing rewards program. Or you could simply say, hey, splurge on yourself today. Look at these customized deals we got for your birthday. And it would be then targeted towards what they like in their post-purchase history. So someone buys, great. How do we get them that much closer to being a repeat buyer and not someone that just forgets you again? This is where a post-purchase message or post-purchase coupon can really come in handy. Now, some things to remember in the post-purchase message. When sending this out, I like to see it go out almost immediately after the first purchase, triggered to remind them that, hey, thank you so much for your purchase. We really appreciate it. Here's X for your next purchase. And now, again, if you can't incentivize with a credit directly towards the next purchase, you could always say you're one step closer to getting, through our rewards program, whatever you have to offer. But something that I think that would be really valuable for you to do here is remind them that you have a sense of urgency if you do a coupon, saying you have in the next 30 days, you can use this coupon for £2 towards your next purchase. And also give them ideas for that next purchase. Again, this is where eye candy comes in handy. And if you have the post-purchase data available to you, if you can populate images that you think they'll buy, this is an excellent place to provide that as well. So re-engagement messages. Right now, how many of you know how many people on your list haven't opened the past 100 messages? Can anybody tell me that they know exactly what percentage of their list is not opening the past 100 messages? I got a couple people. How many of you would be maybe shocked, but not too surprised to hear that it's 50% of your list, 75% of your list? You're spending money every day to send to people who aren't opening. Unfortunately, that is what happens when you get unengaged users. Now, I know a lot of you are smart marketers and that you know that having a large list that means you need a lot of engagement. And that is not so much a numbers game anymore. Maybe back a few years ago with daily deals, it was the biggest list possible, let's blast them. But we know now that people, because of the overcrowded inbox, are ignoring those messages, making them inactive contacts, hurting your deliverability. So let's get them back into your funnel. Doing a lapsed or never purchaser series is a great way to inspire somebody to come back in. A little while ago, January, I signed up for Brand Alley. And of course I didn't make a purchase. I just wanted to check out and see what they were doing. But I noticed come mid-February, sure enough, they started sending me 10-pound off notes because they could tell that I wasn't making that first purchase. They were wasting money by sending to me every day, and they're trying to get me to make that first conversion. They're being very targeted about knowing who is converting, who's opening, and who's not. You can do this the same with a lapsed purchaser, someone who hasn't purchased in a while. You just trigger it off of that last purchase date or that contact ad date. However, if this does not work, you need to go full into a re-engagement campaign. Re-engagement is where we try to wipe off the dead weight from your list, because again, that dead weight's hurting your deliverability. The 3 things you need to remember when going through a re-engagement campaign. First, targeting that audience, understanding who it really is. Does it mean that it's people who haven't opened the past 100 messages, 250? Typically with my clients, daily deal clients, I let that time go a little bit longer. For my normal e-retail clients, it's 20 to 50. For my daily deal clients, I say it's more 100, 250, or a certain month period of time there that I say they're unengaged. Then message them. This could be one message or a series of messages. I would recommend doing a deep discount and suppressing any other messaging to go out to them at this time so that they have to focus on the re-engagement messaging. And then finally, judge your results. Have a heart-to-heart with yourself. Is this large number of people who are not opening your messages continually showing any kind of ROI? And if they're not, could that money be spent better on acquiring new customers or maybe giving benefits to existing customers? This is a sample of a very simple, very basic re-engagement message, very strong call to action here. We miss you, free shipping on your next purchase. This is a deep discount, it's targeted. They really want to find what those inactives are real or are they just dead addresses. Finally, going up and beyond here, so let's say you've mastered all of these and you really want to get running with your lifecycle marketing program. The abandoned basket message. This is an excellent message because if you think about it, it's probably one of your most engaged groups. I mean, they were this close to making a purchase and then the phone rang, a glitch happened, some point of anxiety maybe came up, they didn't understand your returns policy and they got a little anxious and they abandoned the cart. But they're still potentially very interested. With the daily deal industry, this is where I think you can really shine. Because the 3 things to remember about the abandoned cart message is first, I know I've said incentive a lot today, but you don't really need any kind of incentive with the abandoned cart message. You already have one with your sense of urgency. Something that you could even do up and beyond here is maybe extend the sale for them. I don't recommend you actually do like a discount or like a coupon towards the purchase in the abandoned cart, mainly because you will train your audience to want to continually abandon their cart, and we don't want that. Secondarily, timing. When do you want to send this message out? Obviously for you, the sooner rather than the better. So we're talking moments, but you could also make sure that you just send it an hour before the deal is about to end and really capitalize on that sense of urgency in the message. Finally, do you want to be more specific or do you want to be more general? More specific means more technical setup, but it can mean less clicks to conversions, meaning that it's very easy for me to just click on the message and convert, rather than to, if it's a general message, have to go through and find the deal again and then convert. A VIP series. This is really talking about rewarding and inspiring that very active audience. So as opposed to the inactive audience, the very active audience. And all you're really doing here is deciding the lifetime value of a customer and then providing specific messaging based on that lifetime value. So let's say that they are about to become what you would call a VIP, someone who is very active and buys quite frequently. You could send messaging to them that says, you're about to become a VIP, only 3 more deals away. Or let's say they are a VIP. Now, this is much more important than just them being, VIP status to them. What this really means to you is you have found an audience that likes you a lot. And that means you can send to them at a higher frequency. You can send to them upsells and cross-sells. For those of you who really know your post-purchase data, you already know that they're buying in a very specific area. But now you could maybe offer them other areas, maybe more expensive areas. Maybe they can start looking at the travel deals. The VIP series or a loyalty rewards program can do excellently, if only because you're really rewarding those people that are active. So, in summary, I've given you some essential life cycle messages, the welcome, the birthday, the post-purchase. I mean, these work all day, every day for my clients. They're very, very good messages. I strongly recommend them. Up next, re-engaging. We know how important deliverability is, and monitoring your unengaged contacts is the only way to truly make sure you're getting in that inbox. And then going up and beyond. This is a chance to really get creative. You can start doing these abandoned basket messages or doing a loyalty rewards VIP series. You can really get creative with those too. But again, it targets an audience in a very specific way, very different way than they're used to seeing from you. So again, I am with Bronto. We are a marketing platform specializing in email and social media marketing. We build tools to help you drive revenue. I'm Kestrel Lemen. I'm a marketing strategist. I've shared with you today 7 messages that are completely outside of your normal sends that you can utilize to drive revenue. I'll be happy to dive in deeper. I'm over at the Bronto booth. Come by and pick up a Bronto from us. These guys are great. I can speak from experience. Kids love them. If you're on Twitter, there's my handle. I'll be happy to respond to any tweets as well. I also write regularly for our blog. So thank you so much.